side of fucking Union City.
Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Hannah, can we turn this light off?
No.
Would you can play in the dark for 5 minutes. I'm going to be down in 5 minutes.
Why do you have to play in the dark?
Because I get reflection on the screen. Could you please turn it off?
You do it.
Okay, you mean it? I can do it? Ah. All right, so the two things that I do that are unusual, first of all, I'm a New York City Ubereats bicyclist. That puts me in a very large crowd, you know, thousands. I'm an Ubereats New York City delivery bicyclist who uses the share bikes regularly. Now, I've talked to some people who have used it maybe for a breakdown, an emergency kind of thing. But I've got a long run on it. So here's tonight. This gives you an example of how many. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I had 10 different rentals. And it looks like that's my longest at 29 minutes. Now I get charged over if I go to 45. So listeners, I am absolutely sure none of you who are listening are doing share bikes with Ubereats. It's not, Tom Duty is the only one, but it's close. So here's what this means. That one rental right there, if it had gone another 16 minutes, it would be at 45. And that's when the penalty kicks in. So I have 10 different times during the night, I've got a clock ticking that's going to penalize me at 45 minutes. In addition to that, I got to find restaurants, I got to get food, I got to find the customer, and I have to deliver the food. So it's an extra level of stress that I think most people are just unwilling. And it's not that I hypothesize in a void that I'm doing this, it's working for me, and everyone else does it because they're afraid of the stress. It's not a wild guess. I've talked to some people, and they react to me using share bikes in ways that allows me to translate the reason they're not doing it. It is definitely not catching on. However, for me, it's great. I've been doing it for about maybe 6 months. Now, the other thing I do that puts me in a smaller group is right here. Every time I log in, I'm going to have to undo it and then do it. Let's see, I'm already at a walker. So every time I log in, I go here and I choose walker. That puts a check. And then I go here. I can see that it's been chosen to walker. And then I go here and close. I close that. I think I tapped in the wrong place. I close that. And then this is what puts me online. And now I'm online, which I don't want to be. So in other words, I'm using the share bikes and I select walking, which puts me in a very small group. So just New York City Ubereats bicyclist, I'm in a group of thousands. Ubereats New York City bicyclists who uses the share bikes, I'm in a group that is certainly less than 100. It might even be less than 10. And then Ubereats bicyclists using the share bike and choosing the walking app, I'm in I am probably in the single digits. So back to earnings. So here's my night. This is shocking. I go to transactions. And right there, that's my pay from last week, $158 for a whole week. There's my first delivery. I get $3, and look at that. So this was probably $80 of Chinese food. It's a popular Chinese restaurant, and it is a real restaurant. It's not just like Panda Express. You know, it's not Chinese fast food. It's a Chinese restaurant. The prices are probably higher, and just based on the weight of the food, it was probably, you know, feeding 5 at $20 an entree, you know, or $20 a piece. And so what is that? If it's 5 at 20, it's 10 at, that's $100. It's probably not that much. So I was probably close with 80, and I got a $30 tip. Just great. So that was and I also got 6 cash tip. And there's another tip here. So there's 36 plus 6, so I got 42 in tips tonight. And then my promotions. Now, listeners, please, if you care about trying to reconcile your pay, please listen to this. This reconciles very easily tonight, and it's an unusual night for it to happen this easy. But there's a promotion. That's Quest. Quest does not get tallied like the others. So 10, 10, and 10. Those are all Quest. And I have no other Quest tonight. So when I go back here, you can see the difference between $67.42 and $97.42 is $30. That difference right there is Quest. Because as you can see right here, this $67.42 contains surge, boost, tolls, but not Quest. So this is a really screwy thing because this is my first day of the week, and I don't know why that just happened. Right here, and that's what I made, $97.42. But if I had 2 days in here, I would have 67. I would have some other number, not including Quest, and then this number would include Quest on 2 different days. And a simple question, how much did I make today? Tomorrow I won't be able to answer that easily. Today, since I only have 1 day, well, that's it. I made $97.42. Now, just with the details that I went to, it has $30 a Quest. $97.42 minus 30 is $67.42. So, listeners, please, if you're confused, you have very good reason to be confused by this Quest. If you get paid Quest, shows up in this number, but not in this number. And if you're confused by it, please use tonight's example as your moment to understand it and remember it, because it's very easy. I'll do it again. $97.42 minus 30 is $67.42. And the reason there's that difference is right here. I'll go to transactions again. And I got 10 and 10 and 10. Promotion, promotion, and promotion. Why that doesn't say Quest, I don't know. It should. So that's an Uber thing. Anyways, great night. A lot of fun. People were appreciative. A Mexican woman in a Times Square hotel, you know, when I called her, she said, "Oh, you're already in the lobby," she said. My deliveries were just really easy tonight. One of them I was thrown off by, and then there's one listeners, in case you find mysteries like this in your deliveries, go to, I'm going to go to trips, not transactions. And one of these is minutes apart. So I get the ping here. This is when the deliveries start. And one of them is, look at that. I get a delivery at 8:14 and 8:17. That's impossible, right? No, it's not. That's a double. So both of these, and I can demonstrate this, both of these, that's the restaurant right there. 8th Avenue, New York. That's probably McDonald's. In fact, I know it's McDonald's. My last 2 deliveries were McDonald's. And there's 8th Avenue, Manhattan, New York. I don't know why they're listed differently. It was the same restaurant. That was a double. So sometimes, that makes me suspect it's not a double. But sometimes when the time is just too close to be two separate deliveries, it's because it is two separate deliveries, but it's the same restaurant. This has been Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao. I'm going to have a postscript about city bike angels. Bike angels is if you move bikes around according to where they're abundant to where they are scarce, you can earn points. Those points can get you certain benefits. For me, I've reached a level that gets me what's called rapid rentals. So I can go to a dock. I can dock it. I don't know why that won't go. This is really a pain in the ass. I can dock that bike. See, look at all this area has very few bikes. So this is a problem if I get a delivery, I'm in this area, and I have to run out and get a bike, and there aren't any bikes. So I fix that by having a bike with me at all times. And then I stop in, I dock it. Because I qualify for rapid rentals, I end up being able to pull out of there. Instead of waiting 2 minutes, I get to pull out immediately. So, and 2 minutes doesn't sound like much. I've done these deliveries without rapid rentals, and I wait the 2 minutes, but it's just 2 minutes seems like forever. 2 minutes at a traffic light's no big deal. Everyone else is waiting, but when you're the only one waiting and you're just sitting there watching the clock tick away 2 minutes, you got someone's hot food in your bag, 2 minutes seems like an eternity. Here's my Bike Angels. Year to date, I'm 315 points. I get 22 points this month. 315. Now, if I get up, I think it's 500, I get the next reward, which is right here. See, there's rapid rentals. I got that after 250, and I'm 100 beyond that. And this is the key I want. So I'm 350, so 150 more points, and I get that key. It's been Tom Duty. I already did all that. Ciao.